What I'm going to do in the next 5 minutes is just to share some tips with you about the most effective way to log your food and exercise using Calorie King Australia. Now, once you've created your account, if you haven't already, just go to calorieking.com.au, the Australian version, follow the bouncing ball and input your account. Now, once you receive the email and once you get on, the most important thing to do to start with is make sure you fill out your personal details. Now that should show up around about here. I've already filled out my details because this is my account, and it gives you a nice little page where you can see it records your food each day, you check in because you need to check in once a week, and a few other resources that you can use, and you can look at those in your own time. What we're going to be looking at is under Club. Now hover the mouse key over the word, don't click it, and just move straight down. And if you are starting to begin with, you would need to go into Personal Profile and fill that out nice and accurately. But we're going to be going into the Food and Exercise Diary. So I'll click on that one, and that will come up with today's date automated. Now, I was playing around with this yesterday, so I'll just get rid of these three. So, to start with, you've got two tabs over here. You've got your food and you've got your exercise. I'll start on the food. Mine might look a little bit different to yours. Yours may look a little bit more like this. My favorite foods, as you can see here, because every time I put a food in and I think I'm going to reuse it again, I will save it as my favorites. So they're all the favorite foods, scrolling down, that I use almost on a daily basis. Now to start with, if you haven't got any favorite foods saved, a common breakfast, you might have Wheat Bix, a banana and some light milk. So all you need to do is go in here, type in Wheat Bix and hit Find Foods, and all the Wheat Bix brands will come up. So breakfast cereals, Wheat Bix Original. Now that's set as default for 2 because it would normally come up for 1. So on the drop down box onto the right here on the arrow will give you options whether you want to do grams, ounces, 2 biscuits. Okay, that's the one we'll check, and if it's 2 serves of 2 biscuits, that would mean you're having 4 Wheat Bix. Now you would want, if this is a common breakfast that you have, you'd tick this, mark this food as a favorite, and then it'll automatically save into your favorites category, and that's where it's going to save you a lot of time. Click breakfast because that's what you had for breakfast, and there it comes up. Next you might say, yeah, I had milk. To start with, when you're saving it to your favorites, it might take a little while, but once you start to get more efficient, it'll be a lot quicker. Fresh milk, non-fat, 1 cup. Once again, you've got your drop down boxes for you to choose. If you have a 200 ml glass or a quarter of a cup, which is 250 mils, 1 serving. Breakfast, it's a favorite. I've already marked it as such, and click breakfast. Now I might say I have had a banana. Find the foods. Okay, fresh fruit, banana, raw, edible, portion. Now, the drop-down boxes on fruit and veggies are sometimes a little bit different. Say if you're cooking and you have a cup of mashed banana, you would choose that option, sliced, 150 grams. If you're unsure and you're weighing your food, I would recommend you just go with grams and then place it in your default box here. I went with a medium banana, 1 serving, and add that as a favorite, yes, and there's my breakfast. So as you can see, you can look at how many calories are in your breakfast, 419, and you can find out all that other important information. Total fat, 1.3, there's a saturated fat, protein, 19 grams, carbohydrates, and how many actual sugar comes out of that carbohydrates. So this is a great tool. What I'll talk about in the second tutorial is really how to speed the process up and copying days of food to another day to really cut it down. But that's the basics of how to find the foods. It's just a matter of punching into the search engine, and it's the same with exercise. And if you want to save them to your favorite foods, like here, it's just a matter of clicking on your favorite foods. Okay, look out for tutorial 2.